Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
And 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Taken in there by James Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. Williams loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Complete.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running is Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Josh Jacobs.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Mariota. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Mariota on 4th down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The Dolphin ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
heavy rush, and down he goes.
Great ball,
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14.
Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Rowe.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
They'll take over first.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Jordan Howard,
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
no gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
It's complete to Grant.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Number 28, Josh Jacobs.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mariota's pass intended for...
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Being chased out left. The left side completion to Jones. And he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mariota to throw it this time. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 13-7. Taking it about the 1. Makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 46-yard.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. And then open down the middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Daniel Carlson on.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
For the Raiders.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider defense now, here they are as they get ready to trot back onto the field. And a big... The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this step. And the Raiders have got him. Corey Littleton leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Caught left side, Williams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11 on the play.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Breida.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
Raiders 19.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in Southern California. An AFC West matchup between visiting Denver and the LA Chargers. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. Taylor Gabriel, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Ben Roethlisberger has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half?
Jason Sanders.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
The
tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
A gain of 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Third and long here for Mariota. That will be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. It's incomplete. A real head scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
First down, Miami.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. Mariota.
Mariota's pass.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the problem with Byron Jones. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37.
They'll take over.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. But they'll drop this underneath to Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Complete to
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30.
If you were me, you do this.
He's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Los.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own.
Miami set to take over. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And got his man complete. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Brings up
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Mariota got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Brings up third.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Vegas.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The 46-yard
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To the air again, Mariota. This one into the hands of the running back, Delage. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 3rd down, Mariota able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. The defensive Offensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now, whistles here, I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set them back 5. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. First and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal from inside the 5. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Third and goal. Mariota on the keeper.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it?
That is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jacobs now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
6 makes it 3rd and 4.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mariota. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened here.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
interception here. Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota here to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Las Vegas, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Miami, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.